Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be...
Unleashes one deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Man, this home crowd, they are on pins and needles just waiting to erupt. They're trying to keep the volume at a minimum with the offense on the field in a 2-minute situation late in this game. And after that shot into the end zone, they were ready to explode. It falls incomplete. But, man, you can just feel the intensity in this game right now.
Motion from the wideout. Snapped it, and he has to have it. On the move. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Looking for a gap. It's Pringle. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Here's Mensah to throw. Stepping to the right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Hits inside. It's Pringle. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. This quarterback part of their running game. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to oh.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David. A shot toward the end zone. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Here's Gibson. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Going to try to get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Here comes the heat. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Using his feet. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Quick completion to the right. Still running at the 40. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
Moving out to the right. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws it off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games.
Makes the catch and he's free. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he could not get loose on the run. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Got to make the play on fourth. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Bringing it back. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Looking for space. It's Pringle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Mensah looking to take a shot. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Canes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. There he goes! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Motion from the wide receiver. some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Could be an alley. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Moving the pocket, it's Knight. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Trying to make magic with his feet. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
That is a crazy sequence of events, because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on 1st down. Now you've got them in 2nd in California, thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, running right, it's Gibson. Powers through the defender.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. They get to him as he throws. Right side, it's Cook. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Touchdown! Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this 1st half. Great execution.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. one final play in this half. On the snap, it's Taylor. He just threw his nose right into the middle of the pile and was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Oregon, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Right down the middle. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. They take the lead with the 6. Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. They'll run it. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Knight. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
When you spread them out and you go sideline to sideline and you got 5 wide receivers, you took extra blockers and you took them out wide. So quarterbacks have to read the defense really quickly, get rid of the football, and the defense did a good job applying pressure and speeding that process up.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to find his man in the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. And that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Snap it to the back. He's past the sticks. Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Out wide right, it's Cook. Snags it, and there's running room. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more. But no question, they have got to tackle better on the back end.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Turns it upfield. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick.
And I know you're down. I think it's always harder when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Finds a crease. It's Pringle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
He got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, gonna throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's open on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, this guy is so dangerous running it, and the speed can also help him extend the play to hurt you throwing it, David. As a defense, what do you got to do to keep this guy in the pocket?
Well, the hard part is, once he gets outside the pocket, you have to play the second.
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a crease. Got enough for the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
The give. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick give. It's Compton. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks into the open. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Number 22, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Still plenty of time left to break the scoreboard wide open as we get things underway here in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's Gibson to begin the drive. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Give him 105 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Now on first down from the 30. Rushes on, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Knight. Keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. Upstairs he's got it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Gibson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I think that's an easy decision for the QB, too. It's 3rd and long. You're in field goal range. You've got an opportunity at 3 points. That play designed to try and get the first, but it's not there. Give the defense credit. Throw it away. Let's get the kicker out on the field.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Needs it here on 4th down. Under pressure. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeps it. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback will keep it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. They drag him down at the 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
He'll take it himself. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
The Canes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. All the way back to the 15. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Long way to go on second down. Handoff for Jarrett. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. And they'll get nothing going on this one either, at least back to the line of scrimmage, but it is fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. With the run on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. He now has 111 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. Dropping back, it's Knight. He wants a big play here late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
A deep throw as the clock winds down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. They'll go with Gibson. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical fourth down, everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
He's going to let it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Second and long here. He's looking to throw. Out wide left, it's Miller. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw, it's Knight. Looking for a huge play. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Rebels.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Here's Mensah to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They believe they can run right here. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Miami, 59. Ole Miss, 42.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37.
Take over. First and 10.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Sets his feet. It's Knight. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's Gore. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to go up top on second down. Extending the play. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.